Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's major sports. And of course, on today's show, we'll have picks for you here from the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball. At the end of the show, we have a Parlay peripheral segment where we can give out a parlay, we can give out game of the future, we can give out a team or player prop or play it straight. We'll leave it up to the cappers in that segment. But first thing we'd like you guys to do is make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any shows and you get access to our great content here on the Tony Picks YouTube channel. And also give us that like, that thumbs up right away. Helps us build up our audience, whether you watch us live or on the replay. We greatly appreciate it. So now we'll do is we'll introduce the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello here to Ron. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Hey, I had a bump in the road. I went 2-4 yesterday. I had a losing day thanks to the Blue Jays who decided they walked off on the bottom of the ninth.
Awful.
Oh, that was just awful. The Blue Jays, it's like, man, this was a series you needed to step up and win, and you fell flat in many spots again. The Blue Jays with runners in scoring position. I mean, it was 5-13 runners in scoring position. You just can't do that. If you're doing that too many times, you're not winning ball games, and it shows. So, I'll put the Blue Jays on the do not bet list for a while. They're awful. Ooh. I'm gonna put them down below, down with Baltimore. They'll be hanging out there in the cellar in the AL West this year. That's for sure. They can hang out together. They can be basement buddies. That one. Because the Blue Jays are awful. But hey, the bright spot was the Leafs. Woo! Yeah. 2-0. The Leafs got themselves a nice 2-0 hold and serve with their home ice advantage. So that was the bright spot for me yesterday, getting the Leafs win. So we continue with the NHL one-timer. We dropped the NBA one with I figured we might see a slower pace, low-scoring game, but OKC was like, forget it. If we drop 160 on you, you can't beat us. So that's what we're going to do going forward. Ooh, I think we just continue to ride a whole lot of overs in that series because bookmakers don't adjust that to at least 240. I think we just continue to ride the over in that one because we've seen in that series now that that's all it's going to be. Run, track meet style games there. So definitely some exciting action. 2-4 for me, as I said. Bounce back day. So let's get it here on this Thursday. Some nice spots to make some money.
Make some money indeed. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not too much. Continuing my trend of 2-2. I had the Blue Jays as well, so they were premium. They went the best bet there. Thankfully, we had Cincinnati on the run or on the money line in the first 5. We got a little sketchy there in the 4th when they took Hunter Green out for whatever injury. But we still cashed that with the first 5 money line on the Reds. And then I went the opposite direction last night. I thought, like maybe they'll keep it close. And we took OKC the first time. We'll take Denver this next time. And lost that one. So, these playoffs are crazy. So hopefully bounce back today with the Golden State Minnesota game. But small card, but a lot of winners, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's say El Nino, see what's happening.
Yeah, pretty good day for me. My best bet was actually the Nuggets. So it's funny because a couple of days ago I had liked the Magic better of the 2 dogs, and yesterday I liked the Nuggets better. I ended up on both, But yeah, I'm glad I put the Knicks, and I would have really been kicking myself if I hadn't and just played the Nuggets. Yeah, it was a very disappointing game for the Nuggets, but should be a better one next time around. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how that one rolls. We're just popping in right now with Sean. Sean, what's happening?
What do you say, everybody? We're a little late.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No worries. How did Wednesday treat you?
Could have been better. I had San Diego, tough loss there. I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me. What's going on here? I did have the Nuggets, so that was good. They showed up nice. That was a good game. So what am I gonna do? Baseball, I think I went 5-6. It could have easily been, Kansas City 2 days in a row giving up runs in the 9th inning, killing my run lines. Come on, Kansas City. So I'm done with that. Kansas City under today. I'll just keep playing the Kansas City under. So the offense is lacking.
The score. Watch that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they score 10. Good old baseball. See, there's a reason I have no hair left.
2 runs? Like 2 runs on 10 hits? What are you doing?
That's right. That's baseball.
It's frustrating. It's
Oh,
like
yeah. I do want to.
A couple. It's again. We go 4-3, make a little bit with a dog, and then it's a 5-6 day. Then I'm 2-0, 1-2, 4-0, 3-3. It's like, come on.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they made our life a little easier now because, as I said before the show, Luis F. Castillo was traded to Baltimore, so we don't get confused anymore about that. So let's see how it's happening.
I think we already went through that, but still doing pretty good here. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing all right.
You moved me ahead out. I went and I came in.
That's right. I did already give that. It's true. It moved around here. That's right. Yeah, we got to put Al back here. There we go. We got it right. All right. There we go, guys. A 2-2 day for me. The Phillies was my best bet that cashed in, but of course I did not have a good one there with that Nuggets pick. But boy, those Dodgers took them a while. We got that over yesterday. It took a little.
Not looking good for the longest.
But they lost another bullpen arm. Phillips is out, so they're missing 4 good bullpen arms. That's what Kopech, Trainin, Gratterall, and now Phillips. So they're top shelf relievers. Woo! We'll see. We'll see what they can do here. Again, the offense is going to have to carry him, but man, that bullpen loses another arm there, and that's a concern there. Let's get to the baseball card here. There's 9 games. We'll do a doubleheader game. I want to make note some of the pitching change will happen here in this first game here. As Joe Ryan, they did it to me, man. they put Bailey Ober in there instead of Joe Ryan. So Ober will get the start today here against Kremer for Baltimore. That'll be your pitching change and that early start.
They
did. Can you believe that?
Of course they did, because I took Minnesota run line yesterday, plus 130. So
I know. I was wondering why it moved to plus 146 when they put it in yesterday. That, you know what I mean? It's I was no other pitching changes there in the Major League Baseball, but other than that one there, which caught me by surprise. I should have figured it out when I saw them run line move to plus 146 yesterday. It should have registered with me.
When did that move late like that? Because at whatever in the afternoon, it was Joe Ryan all day. When did it move?
I don't know. I was this morning when I woke up this morning. I went and Over. Let's go. Someone in my comments made it on the YouTube. Do you still like Over with Over? I said, what the hell happened there?
It must have moved sometime in the night. I looked at it. I was looking at it at 1 o'clock Eastern. 1 o'clock Eastern in the morning. 9 hours. 1 a.m. It was still Joe Ryan. So must have moved
9 hours ago.
Yeah.
Must have been. You know what Chase Budinger says about guys that can't make the morning starts. Who knows? Illness. Maybe he had a little illness. It says illness. There we go.
He had a bad dream.
He had a bad dream.
I had a bad dream. It was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like 9 hours ago was like 1 in the morning Eastern.
On his DraftKings show, Chase Budinger says illness is 99.9% related to alcohol. That's what Chase Budinger said.
I did. That's what I always thought.
If that's the case, what is he hammered at dinner? And the guy's like, look, he needs to be walked back to his room. How do they switch him at 10 o'clock at night for illness? Like that's.
Well, because they realize that he's in the bar stumbling around.
Maybe rushed to the hospital.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
You guys are all out to dinner. Like, hey, Joe, you're pitching tomorrow. That's all right. I'm getting.
or somebody got the call that Joe was in the drunk tank. Maybe.
Waiting all week
hey, come pick me up.
Back in the day, this is probably goes into the 80s when they would film the reporters would go into the locker rooms. The guys would have beers right there and start drinking. As a matter of fact, some of the, back in the Dodger Yankees World Series back in the day, you'd see Reggie Jackson drinking a beer, and it was like nothing. It was nothing. That's all it is. Maybe two.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, Freaking Joe Ryan. What the hell? Come on, fella.
I
like Joe
remember
Ryan.
in my
He's good.
days working as a stringer in locker rooms, I remember when with Detlef Schrempf, when they were going on a road trip after they beat the Clippers, he went and got some beers. It was hiding the beers so he could take it into the team bus. I saw him having beers and rocking into the team bus. It was pretty funny.
It was
But
awesome.
anyway,
Is that for when he was on Seattle or the Pacers? I'm with you.
that was at the end of his career, Pacers. Yep.
Detlef Schrempf.
Detlef Schrempf stashing the beers in his jacket when he was going and leaving the game so he could drink on the bus. All right, guys, let's get to the games here. We start with Orioles Twins. We mentioned to you the change with Ober getting the mound. Rangers and Red Sox here. We got the Red Sox are $1.35, total of 9.5. Going back to the Twins game, Twins are $1.50 here, $1.45. I'll give the BOL lines total of 8. White Sox and Royals. We got the Royals 246, total 8.5. In this, and then also we'll do game 1 and 2 with Tigers and Rockies. Game 1, the Tigers $1.80, total 9.5. How'd you like that run line cover yesterday by the Tigers? Tigers Rockies game 2, Tigers $1.70. Of course, the total is 11. When you see Kiter Montero, you kind of figure that was going to happen. We started here with Rob.
Yeah, so you look at those games there. You might as well take Colorado and Colorado. As I said, just fade this Detroit team. Hey, they almost gave it to us yesterday as well. They took the extras to get that 8-6 win. So plenty of times for Colorado could have easily scooped out a win, and then the doubleheader today, I would take Colorado in both. All you need is one Colorado victory to come out ahead in that. So give me Colorado in both doubleheaders. And then, yes, Texas is ass on the road. See, they got one win, and then they stink. They let Houck beat them yesterday. Sorry, Texas, you still stink on the road. Don't trust you. Give me Boston there in that one.
There you go with Ron. Move on over to Chris.
Yeah, look at that White Sox, Kansas City. I think the play is just easily the under there. Neither one of these guys are scoring anything at all. I mean, both these pitchers can get hit, but like I said the other day, it takes people to hit them to do that. So take the under 8 there. And then I'm going to go in game 2. I take the over in Detroit, Colorado. It could be a bullpen game there. So I think we see some runs in game 2. And then, yeah, taking Boston to fade Texas today to get their win with the money line. And I don't know. I know Kramer and Ober are both terrible, but I mean, to get over that total, we'd have to have people actually doing something there. So I might lean under there as well. I don't know. That's a tough one with that change, but a slight lean to the under in that one.
There we go from Chris. Move on to El Ninos.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to lean to the over with that change. But the one I do like best in this slot is definitely the Red Sox here. If you don't want to lay the minus 135, minus 140, you can always take a -1. And I'm gonna take the Tigers in game 1, -1. And if that one doesn't come through, I might double up on the second one. I'm not really seeing a listed pitcher for the second one, but it looks like it's going to be Tanner Gordon for the Rockies, and I think it could get ugly.
Kiter Montero. I think Kiter Montero. So they cut Maeda and they kept Montero.
Okay, well, there it is. Okay, yeah. So maybe just the over in that second one, but I like the Tigers -1 in the first one, and I think that does it for this slot for me.
That from El Ninos. Move on over to Sean.
Well, I'm gonna stick with my my Twins run line. I already got it. So I'm staying with it. I can't switch it, especially when I do it the night before. I bet it like, all right, here we go. I go action, and well, bad move. It happens. But again, the Orioles are terrible. Tell me Minnesota can't win this game 7-5, whatever. I like Bello, so I would lean the Red Sox there, not because Texas stinks, just because I like Bello better as a pitcher. Casey under, said I already bet it. There we go. What is it now? Has it come down? I got an 8.5 yesterday.
It is at 8.5 still. With juice on the under.
Yeah, it makes sense. And are we doing who else is out? The Rockies.
Rockies 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wait, you asked for the total on the Red Sox game?
No, the White Sox
White
game
Sox
was 8.5.
game.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, that's the 8.5. Yeah, my bad.
Jeez. You just roll with the overs again after last night's 8-6, right? Overs in Colorado are back.
Warming up. Weather's warming up now.
Although, like I always say in a doubleheader, if you take the underdog, you got a shot 1-1 to make money. And Colorado's an underdog here, so they're scoring runs. Why don't take a shot with the Rocks? I'll go Rockies there. Why not?
Yeah,
Didn't bet it. I'm just saying I go through all the games. That's it.
Oh yeah, I went through all the games. Yeah, for me, this Minnesota team runs down to level 2 for me. I'll look at the run. So with the run line with Ober on the mound, it's just Baltimore's just been so bad here, especially on the run line. They're now 6-12 on the run line, losing almost 10.5 units on the road this season, and they just don't hit on the road. 2-11, and the bullpen over the past 5 games in the ERA over 7. Kremer has been terrible here. Look at his 5 road starts, ERA over 8. So I'll look at the Twins here on run line. Also, I'll go under with the Rangers and Red Sox. Texas, again, in their 12-day games, 2-12, but the bullpen's been good. Red Sox, I think at 245 against right-handed starters. Bellows numbers have been better at home. Texas, in their day games, 10-2 to the under, and 5-0 to the under on the road, facing a team with a bullpen whip of 1.35 or lower. So against these non-power teams at home, Red Sox 8-3 to the under. So I'll look at the under in that game. Continue under with White Sox and Royals. I mean, these teams play 2-1, 3-2 games. It's mind-boggling. It's the White Sox, but somehow, some way, when they go to KC, they play these low-scoring games. Chicago in their 22-day games hitting 202, but a good bullpen. In home divisional games, KC hitting 210. But the bullpen has been pretty sharp here. Against these good bullpens, the White Sox 5-0 to the under on the road this season. I'll look at them here. I'll take an over in game 2. Keider Montero, ERA of 6. He was terrible last year, just as bad this year. So Tanner Gordon, he was horrible last year. ERA almost 9 in his 8 starts for the Rockies last year. He's getting pounded in AAA. So we said, all right, Gordon, we're going to give you a second shot. Can we get that ERA down from 9 to 7? We'll see. You could have got Luis F. Castillo for a bag of baseballs too,
Yeah.
So, at this point, and you could have claimed Maeda. So that he was just sent for reassignment. I don't know where Maeda ended up, but I just saw the screen said he was sent out for reassignment. So that means you've been released and you can be claimed. But anyway, that's how I look at that one. Yeah, we'll get to the NBA in the next segment. I forgot. It was forgettable because it's just one game. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue on with baseball for today. With this 9-game card, we've got Phils and Rays. Phils is $1.35, total 8.5. Reds and Braves. The Braves $1.89 total. Most numbers out there 8. Blue Jays and Angels again. Yeah, Blue Jays are going to keep making them favorite here. Blue Jays $1.26 total 8.5. Dodgers and D-backs. Dodgers making that long trip from Miami. Face the D-backs. Dodgers $1.48. Their total sits at 9. We start with Rod.
Yeah, a couple I like in the spot. I like the under there between Cincinnati and Atlanta. Should be a nice little low-scoring battle between those two. Give me the under 8. Lodolo on the mound and Shueli. Pitchers duel early in that one, and that continues. So give me the under there. And then the Blue Jays, fade them. Or the Blue Jays, they're just ass. They're not winning this game. Look at them, 5-12 on the road. And then getting themselves in troubles, runners in scoring position. As I alluded to, 5-13. I know the Angels were so much better with the runners in scoring position, but that bullpen, the Blue Jays, looking pretty awful. And it ain't going to get any better today after they used a bunch of arms yesterday. So I'll take the Angels with a nice big plus price. I'm going to even look for that -1.5. The reverse run line, I think the Angels whoop up on Toronto today by 2+.
There we go. From Rod, move on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at the Cincinnati-Atlanta game, definitely look under there. There's real bad weather this way down here, so we may even see a rain delay. Be watching for that later, but there's going to be definitely some rain. There's a 96% chance of rain this way, so be watching for the under there. Plus, it's Schwellenbach anyway. I think he can control that. Philly, Tampa Bay, take Philly on the money line there. Just like Luzardo better than I do Pepio, I think is how you say his name. I don't know. But anyway, I like Jesus Luzardo better in that one. And then going under. I know we're going the opposite direction of yesterday with LA. It took forever to get to the over in that one, but I go the other direction with LA and Arizona here. You got Yamamoto on there. In there, I think you can at least keep this low for a little while. So, yeah, we'll take the under in the LA, Arizona.
Here we go from Chris on over to Ninos.
Yeah, I may lean to a slight rare under here in that Dodgers game, but I'd probably stick to the first 5 under 4.5. I'm seeing that one. Even money, so we might get some 5s soon. I'll give the Blue Jays one more shot here with Bassett on the mound. I think he's the better option and might control this, might do a little more damage control here for Toronto. So I'll take the Blue Jays money line. And I think that wraps it up for the free plays for me.
From Alanitos on over to Sean.
Boy, oh boy. Under Dodgers, Arizona. I mean, Yamamoto's just been fabulous. They really want to get involved with the Jays again, Al? Really?
I'll give him one more shot.
I can't. What, they lost 4 in a row now? No thanks. No thanks. Pass on that. And the Reds Braves, I'm kind of torn on. I was thinking about doing an under in that one, but that's a pass. I don't know. I like a short card every once in a while, but it's just when nothing really jumps out all that much to really unload on to get behind that strong. Again, the run line, Twins run line's my Royals under is my best, and then Royals Twins run line number 2. Everything else is throwing dice for me. So
here we go from Sean. Tell you what I think about these games here. I like Philly here with Luzardo. This Rays team just cannot hit lefties. They were shut out yesterday. They're hitting $180 against left-handed starters, and they're now 2-8 at home against winning teams. I'll take Philly in that one. I like the under here, Cincinnati and Atlanta. Reds a bit of a hitting stuff, 210 over the past 7 games, and the Braves just 225 against lefty starters. Lodolo's been sharp on the road. Both bullpens in really great form right now. Against left-handed starters, the Braves 17-5 to the under at home the past 1+ seasons. And I'll look at the under in that one. To me, I don't want Blue Jays or Angels. I don't want either of these teams, but I will go under in this game. Under 8.5. LA batting 218 at home. Blue Jays 221 on the road. Can you believe this? The Jays are 9-1 in the under on the road against right-handed starters. So let's go under. That's mind-boggling there. So I'll go under that one. At least you got some quality there with Bassett in there. That's the one.
Yeah, he's tipping his pitches. Here comes the quality, all right. That guy's tipping his pitches. No, here it comes. Everybody knows it.
I don't think the Angels are smart enough to figure it out, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they are.
I'll go under A. I can read under LA, Arizona. Yamamoto's been good. Fat. It's been good as well. Again, Fatty's in there. Again, Edmund, no Edmund, no Teoscar Hernandez out. Remember, those guys are hurt, so they're losing a couple of bats in that lineup. LA still 227 on the road, but the thing here with it's a big flight from Miami all the way to Arizona for this game, so it's one of those spots. It's not a home game, but still it's a long road trip from going from Miami with no rest in between. There, I'll look at them in that spot. On the road this year, when the Dodgers face a good bullpen, I don't know how Arizona's bullpen whip is 1.35 or lower, but they are. They're 5-1 on the road this season. But that bullpen looked horrible yesterday but they used the back end of it. They were down against the Mets. That Castillo got pounded. Arizona 5-0 the under at home against winning teams. So I'll look under in that one. All right, let's continue. They're on that the Tony Six Morning Show. As we'll now scout back here to the NBA because we neglected the NBA. So we'll get to the game tonight. Single game on the board tonight. NBA scheduling for you. We got Warriors and Timberwolves in game number 2. Timberwolves going to be laying 10.5, total 201.5. And I'll let you know here about the injuries here. There is that one to Curry. We all know with that hamstring strain. there's going to be a long gap in the schedule to help him recover, believe it or not, because the Valkyries are going to have some home games in WNBA. That's going to screw up the scheduling there for Golden State. But we know Curry is out for the Warriors. Dillingham will be questionable for Minnesota. So there you go with the injuries. We'll start with Rod.
Yeah, you look at this matchup here. It's I don't know. I think you just keep taking the Warriors here. Plus the boatload they're going to give us. You're going to give me 10.5. It's like even without Curry in the lineup, I think that's still plenty enough points and enough talent on this Warriors squad to be able to keep it within single digits and not this double-digit spread. We've seen it. Curry only played 12 minutes, so the team still had to do keep the game close and get that win without him. So 12 minutes. He scored 7 points in that 12 minutes. I have faith that the Warriors and Buddy Hield can step up and start chucking some more threes, taking some more of the bulk load of the threes. He looked real good in that game, did Buddy Hield. He went 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. So throw in the extra 10 shots that Curry usually takes from beyond the arc. And, hey, at the percentage he's going, might work out better for the Warriors in that one. So grab the Warriors plus the 10.5 there now.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at the total. I know it's 201. It's low, but we didn't even crack 100 in either team last game at all. And you got Curry didn't even score that much. I mean, the Timberwolves were absolutely terrible at everything. And I mean, if you got to put your faith in Buddy Hield to lead this Warriors team, come on. With that guy, he's going to eventually run out of steam. I think he's only good for so long. But yeah, I'll take the under in that. I know it's 201, but last time it was 88-99. We didn't even crack 100. I think it's the same thing as this one. First to 100 wins this one.
There we go with Chris on over to, I think maybe first to 90. The way these guys are shooting. Over to Alninos.
Yeah, very low total, but I am leaning that way too. Also, might be scary for some people to keep back the Warriors without Curry, but I agree. I got to say that's the play as well. I'm not going to go around laying 10 points with the Timberwolves. So that's where I'm at right now. Which one I end up liking most, I'm still thinking about that, but I'm leaning both points with the Warriors and the under here.
And there from Alninos on over to Sean.
I definitely like Warriors under the 95.5, and I want to actually go like under 90.5. Like, why do I feel like there's going to be like a 105-88 kind of something like that.
It does have like this Justin said, does have a 1990s feel to it.
Yeah. So under team total there for the Warriors for me.
There from Sean.
I like Naz Reid over his 12.5. I like Naz Reid.
Yeah, Naz Reid. Yeah, Naz Reid, DiVincenzo. They do have bench guys. We'll see what they contribute. For me, I just don't have faith in this Warriors team to score much. I like the under there with the Golden State Minnesota. I know it's uncomfortable at 201.5. It's very uncomfortable feeling in NBA nowadays to do that, but we're back in the 90s here in this series. Now, Buddy Hield, people are going to say, 24 points was a good game. No, it wasn't, because he was inefficient, 7 of 19 from the field. That's the Buddy Hield we know and love. That's why they traded him out of Sacramento, because, he had 26 points when he went 11 of 33 from the field. That's the Buddy Hield we know and love. Keep missing those shots, buddy, and have those 20-plus points and let everybody pat you on the back, because that's inefficiency, and inefficiency sucks. And if you bet unders, I love it. Just keep launching, and you're going to compile 20-plus points, make everybody think you're good. But when you look at the numbers, they're not that good, my friend. That's the issue there. So I'll look at the under there.
Inside the paint, he stinks. I don't know what it is. You put him on the outside, and he went 5 for 8 in that game. That was pretty efficient to me. But once you get him inside the arc, he stinks. How does he get farther out and he shoots better?
That's what I'm saying. When you shoot threes, home court doesn't matter. When you shoot threes.
Yeah. He does that again because he's going to increase his 3 shots. Definitely. They're like, here, shoot some more. Shoot 7 more. We don't mind. We got nothing to lose. We're up 1-0. What do you got to lose? Let him give up 10 more. We don't care.
Yep.
If he go 50, if he can go hit 50% of those.
And Kerr's situation, down 20, everyone sits in the second half, in the fourth quarter. the way Kerr plays it, right?
Yeah.
Turnovers too.
Yeah.
Just
don't give him the ball. Don't give the ball for him to be the guy in the last second to take that shot if you're close for the win. That's not the guy you want taking the shot.
Nope. That's like his history. You know, that's why he's been moving around so much in the league. And I think he had issue with his father, right? It was with Sacramento, but when they moved him to the bench, he wouldn't take the bench role. All that drama there. There. All right. Let's continue on the Tony Morning Show. We move over to the ice. 2 on the ice tonight. Hurricanes and Capitals. We got the Hurricanes $1.50, total 5.5. Oilers and Golden Knights. Can Oilers take another one in Vegas? Here we got the Golden Knights $1.33, total 6.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, these ones. I'll take a shot here with Washington. Hey, they battle, but you need to. Speaking of shots, you need to take some more shots. This Capital squad in that one was a little 18 shots. I think they had mustered in that first game. 14 home shots. That's not going to get the job done. You were Logan Thompson kept you in that game, made a 1-1 going to overtime. So as a Washington Capital squad, you need to have more shots than 14 in the game. Logan Thompson will still stand on his head and keep you in it. So I think Washington can overcome that and tie the series because you don't want to go down 0-2. You might as well just throw in the towel. If you have to go down into Carolina down 0-2, we know what Carolina does at home. It might be a really short, ugly series for Washington if they don't get this game tonight. So almost a Washington, I would say, for Washington in that one. And then Edmonton and Vegas, what do we see? Low-scoring games. We've seen it all season long. These two teams, even in the Pacific Division, these two teams, head-to-head, low-scoring unders have been the trends. When both these teams face another Pacific Division opponent, we get the under. So give me the under 6.5. Again, there in Vegas, Edmonton.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Chris. I'm sorry, move on to El Ninos.
Chris is on the skates. I was all excited. I was like, here comes a hockey play.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
I agree with pretty much everything Rod said on that Washington game. It's going to get ugly if they drop this one. So, they're going to give it everything they've got. And I might take a shot on that Ovechkin goal. I'm seeing at plus 130. I think that's a good price for him. Oilers, Vegas. Again, same situation. Knights don't want to drop this one, but I think all the value is on the Oilers here. I think they're the better team and getting a nice plus price on the road. I'll take a shot with the Oilers.
There we go from El Ninos. Anything on the ice, Sean?
Nah, I mean, I'd lean Oilers, but I'm not doing anything there. No, thank you.
Well, thank you there from Sean. All right, we got you through NHL, and now it's time for our Parlay Peripheral segment where our cappers can give out a parlay. They get a team player prop, game of the future, or play it straight. They make the call in this segment. We start with Rod.
And we'll go with give me Colorado in game 1. Give me the over in the White Sox on the Royals. And give me the Angels with Soriano on the mound at a nice plus price. Little 3-teamer for you.
Here we there from Rod on over to Chris.
Give me the Phillies on the money line, the Red Sox money line, and under Kansas City White Sox. And then a couple things here. Home run report looks terrible today. There are 3 out there on the video. We'll get to that later. But one guy I'm cashing in on lately, Byron Buxton with the Twins. Man, he's hot right now. He hit one yesterday. I think he runs it back on Dean Kramer today. Get that for plus 300. It's a little bit lower than I like, but still good money. And then if you really want to sweat something, I was looking here while you guys were looking over hockey, under the total of Minnesota and Golden State under 190 is plus 231. They hit 187 last time. If we want to sweat it, whatever, but that's just something to throw out there.
Here we go. Here from Chris on over to El Ninos.
I'm going to go Red Sox money line, go Tigers -1 in game 1, and believe it or not, I'll go Blue Jays money line.
I go from El Ninos, Blue Jays here on the segment. On over to Sean.
Just one game under the Kansas City 8.5. Yesterday, 2-1 for plus 135. So chipping down 14 and 18 minus $3 here with MLB sides and totals at the end of the show. So Kansas City under 8.5, one play.
There you go with Sean. And tell you what I like here. I like the under with Warriors, Timberwolves, with over and Tigers, Rockies game 2. Then under Dodgers and D-backs. All right, we've got you. Also, you can find some 9s in that one. That one just moved over to 9. in Dodgers D-backs. There. All right. We got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time for our see what our cappers have for sale. Let me refresh the pictures again. Are we sure? Is that a change in that game? I just saw a bunch of red on my screen with that over. Let me see what it says here. Yep, still Yamamoto and fat. All right, we got you through the Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. Heading to a big week of action. Second round playoffs in NBA, NHL. Baseball on the way. The W not too far away. We're about a week away from it. So lots going on. Let's see what Rod's got for sale over at Tony's Picks. Rod has been on a tear right now. You'll see the numbers: 6,000 units of private document in 2025. Great year last year at Tony's Picks. Great year this year at Tony'sPicks.com. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me over at Tony's Picks today, I got my MLB play of the day. We're looking for a bounce back on it. We dropped it yesterday with the Blue Jays. So 21-6 run with it. Looking to bounce back there. It's available. I got my NHL one-timer play. Hey, we hit it yesterday with the Leafs, so that's still rolling along. 16-3 run with my NHL one-timer play. And then I got my NBA drop a dime play. We dropped it yesterday, but still on a nice little 11-5 run with that play. Or those are all thrown into Trounce the Bookie Thursday here. Throwing in a couple more bonus plays. So let's Trounce the Bookie here on Thursday and take the cash out of his pocket here. It is almost the weekend, so that 3-day pass will do you good. You'll get Thursday, you'll get Friday, you'll get Saturday, and I'll get Sundays in there early enough that you'll get Sunday as well. So that Thursday is the day to scoop up that 3-day pass, because that 3-day pass turns into a 4-day pass. And also take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. Turn me up with another one of the hot cappers you see here at Tony's Picks, and let's have a nice big winning weekend together. Don't forget Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. But jump aboard. Let's continue to stay hot in 2025 and continue to crush the books.
Crush the books with Rod. You can see Rod's Crush the Book green across the screen here from Rod. So get on board. You see his premium plays here. Long-term passes on the bottom. Remember, all the one-day passes are profit guarantee. They must turn a profit or not purchased. Will be credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee there. All right, let's see what's going on here. What we have with Chris over at Tony's Picks right now. Chris put together really good MLB the last 3 days. Chris, what you got for sale?
Guys, got you a best bet in baseball and 2 premiums, wrapped them up in a 3-pack for you. And then I also have a best bet in the Warriors Timberwolves game tonight. So snatch that up there. I'd hop on something 3-day and get to the weekend here. Apparently we got some pitching changes already that kind of came through and surprised us. So we'll be looking for those, but hop on something long-term and get you late steam. There wasn't any moves and stuff with pitching changes and things of that nature. And with the playoffs, if we see anybody out or whatever, we may not see as many now that we're in the playoffs, but we still get you that late steam action there. 2-for-1 capper, 2 people put money in your pocket makes a lot of sense, so do that. And then don't forget that promo code Tony T is going to save you 15% off that stuff. And I also have my MLB season pass up there as well. That'll get you everything through the World Series.
Very good. You get on board with Chris Atkins over at Tony's Pick. You can see his long-term passes there with the season pass. You can apply the promo code Tony T at checkout, knock off that 15% off. Get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look and see what's rolling here right now. With El Ninos, see what El Ninos has for sale at Tony's Picks. El's put together really good numbers in NBA. Also, last 30 days have been a profit as well, over 900 units of profit. What you got for sale, El?
So far, it's just one to play in the MLB up for sale. I do have another one in the MLB for everyone on the long-term passes. Should get there in the NBA by the top of the hour, and NHL might take a little bit longer, waiting on a very specific number. So yeah, definitely hop on one of them long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Rod mentioned, great day for the 3-day pass with the weekend coming up. And make sure you get all the steam plays that way.
That's right. Get on board with Alnias at Tony's Picks. 1-day pass, long-term pass. Remember, our members' plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but our cappers continue handicapping for our long-term customers. We can post plays in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours of our game time as late steam, and all our long-term subscribers will receive those late steam plays using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Late steam feature, great feature here with those long-term passes here at Tony'sPicks.com. I don't see that offered by anybody else, so get on board with long-term here over at Tony's Picks and get on board with El Ninos right now. All right, let's see what Sean's got for sale at Tony'sPicks.com. Sean's put together a good year overall. In units returned here, he's been in the green here. 1,500 units of over 1,524 for the year over at Tony's Picks. Sean, what you got for sale?
And we'll have some Major League Baseball up for today. That's about it. NBA. You got my little thought there under the team total. So that would be my only bet today. It is a bet that I have today personally. So there's that in the NBA. Hockey, there you go. 1-0. I'm undefeated, baby.
And a winner.
And then baseball, there we go. A little, that's my baseball life. There we go. Plus 25, but I'll take it. It'll take me a while to chip down a little bit, but it is what it is. What am I gonna say? Like I say all the time, I'm not really worried. It's just early May, but I like to catch some of these, a couple, tough ones, tough losses sometimes. Frustrating when you're not winning them. That's for sure.
Good there, but it's the ups and downs of the sports, right? It's up and down, but overall, been up 15-24 for Sean. So get on board with Sean over at Tony'sPicks.com. Remember the promo code Tony at checkout. Want to knock off that 15% one-day passes, long-term subscriptions. The way to roll there, and you can match Sean with your favorite capper with a 2-for-1 cap promotion over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, I've got a best bet on the board right now from baseball. Also, a 3-pack with bundling my best bet. So they'll buy them both. Buy the one or the other there from me at Tony'sPicks.com. I have a 3-pack from baseball, including my best bet or the best bet standalone. Or again, go long-term with me. Guys like that 7-day all sports pass. You get all my premium plays for 7 days baseball and NBA playoffs, and match me up with your favorite capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion. Go ahead and get signed up and use that promo code Tony T at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, guys, we're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. It's the Tony Fix Morning Show. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get this plays in real time. But we have a lot more at Tony Fix YouTube channel. So if you ever miss a show, just go to YouTube, type in Tony's Picks there in the search console. You'll find our page. You can watch on the live tab. You'll be able to watch our replay of our live show if you ever miss a show. We got the morning show with Rod. I'm sorry, Tony's Morning Show. That's just the happy hour. We have the happy hour there with Rod. So make sure you tune in to the happy hour here. Monday through Friday here at 5 p.m. Eastern time. You got Rod. You'll see Rod and Ramon here on the happy hour. So make sure you guys tune into that. And, of course, some of our cappers will pop in on that happy hour time to time. And, of course, if you hit the video tab, you'll find more of our video content. If you want those deeper dives, we've got them in there. El Nino's always looking for dogs. We got Chris with content. Mills coming in with his 2-pack from UFC. Mills having a pretty good past 90 days. Rod goes deeper dives with the NHL. I got the deeper dives with baseball and NBA. And there. So, guys, check out our YouTube channel. A lot more content there. Hit the shorts tab. You'll see more content up there from Brittler and as far as Nick as well, coming with content on the shorts tab. So a lot of great content there over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. There, of course, Rod, you've got that happy hour here at 5 Eastern time.
Yeah, definitely tune into the happy hour 5 p.m. Eastern time. Get you any latest info. Anybody's in, anybody's out. And, I don't know, these 2 a.m. pitcher changes is a little weird, but hey, it is what it is. It's hopefully they'll let us know. At least they let us know before game time, and it wasn't like one of those last-minute jobbies. At least you get a little bit of time to figure out if you want to stay with Ober or not. So, yeah, definitely tune into the happy hour. Try to get you all the latest information going forward. So tune in and have a good time there on that show. And, hey, if you missed the hockey, definitely go check out the archived YouTube here at Tony's Picks. Lots of it to check out, so definitely go check that out.
That's right. Check it out as well. Rod over on with happy hour here, 5 Eastern. Chris, I see some content from you up there as well with home run props and more.
Yeah, I got you guys a pick in the Kansas City White Sox game today, and then got you the home run props. Like I said, it was a little rough today, these pitching matchups. A lot of these guys haven't seen some of these pitchers before, so it was hard to kind of get you guys 3, but I got you 3 with good value, and we'll continue to do that as the season progresses. And then also I'll get you some more NBA playoff videos as well as we get through the playoffs.
Very good. And of course, I just want to mention here, Ron Hahn with this this parlay for you guys. Ron Hahn runs our chat. He's also part of our team here at Tony'sPicks.com. There you go. And check Ron over at Tony's Picks for his premium pick packages with Ron's parlay there. All right, El, you've got you're always looking for those 3 dogs a day for the people out there.
Yeah, before we get to those, real quick about the happy hour, maybe we need to start a last call show for these 1 a.m. pitching changes. But anyways, back to my dogs. Yeah, not saying that dogs won't be winning today. I just thought I had better values on some props. Shout out to Sean putting me on these RBI props. I got 3 RBI props for everyone. So go check it out.
There you go for Valdez. Of course, Sean, we got you here on the mornings.
Yeah, morning guy. But listen, the RBI props, I know like the home run props are, they pay better. But the Ribby props, all right, you get half the price, and it's a winner. It's still, I don't know. Again, you see what I give them out. It's a team. It's a couple guys, 3-4 guys in the lineup. You hit 2 of them, and you're going to be up, 2-1 at least. It's I don't know. You got to find a good spot for him, though.
How about that 2 RBI one for Otani you gave out that
That was better priced. His 2 RBI price was better than his 1 home run prop. So that was.
and some joints have spots where you can do like a run Ribby combined. Now, it's minus 120 sometimes. Depending on the guy, it might be plus 116 or something ridiculous like that. And I'm not saying I do these things, but that's where people love the little parlays kind of nonsense. If you think you're gonna get a run Ribby, you put your judge in there minus 130, right? I mean, that's what you put in like a 3-team runner or a 3-player runner Ribby kind of prop, because then all of a sudden you're getting plus 285 or maybe more. If you got one rando in there running a Ribby, come on, you can find guys who do runs a Ribby. If that's what you like, look through your books, find one. You can find a run Ribby for guys. If you want to do a parlay for that, I mean, home runs are a little more difficult when you put 3 guys at 4-1 in a home run Ribby or a home run player prop. But a run Ribby, you throw that leadoff guy in and the number 2 guy and a couple decent run Ribbies down the line, you'll be making some money.
Just to clarify, that's run or Ribby, right? Not run.
No, a run or Ribby.
Run or
Ribby. I mean,
not run and Ribby. It's run or
run
Ribby.
Or Ribby.
Just run or Ribby. Yeah, one
run
or the other.
Ribby. I see those on one of my.
I want to run to a Ribby. Where's the Ribbies at? Come on, I want some Ribbies. I'm running. Let's go. Where's the Ribbies at? I want some Ribbies.
I don't. It's funny because the young crowd out there, they know what a home run is. I don't know if the young crowd knows what Ribby is.
That's the RBIs on my video.
I know I'm going to get some hate from that one from the young guy from the crew out there, but I just do it out there. There we go. On that note,
all right, I get those Ribbies. Woo! Slide them in some barbecue. We're good to go. We're running for the Ribbies.
That's right. That's right. All right, there, guys.
It'd be just like the fastest 2 minutes in sports. Look at us go, get them Ribbies.
Yeah, McRibby. What's an RBI? I know what a home run is.
McRibby. Yeah, it's the McRibby. That's good.
Oh, goodness. I hope it's back again. I know guys that there's a guy in Vegas that buys them by bulk and freezes them.
You can do it right there.
That's how Sean bets his RBIs. He bets them by the bunch and freezes them.
There you go. All right. That's going to do it for the Tony's Morning Show. We're back again live here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And make sure you stay tuned for the happy hour tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune it in here with Rod, Ramon. Ron joins them. Of course, maybe we'll see some cappers there as well, so take it in. All right, guys. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
Well, yeah, we got to keep rolling with the hockey player who scores a goal. We've hit 3 straight. Mikko Rantanen, he got us 3 last night. We only needed 1, but he decided he should get himself another hat trick. So we're going to open this guy for a floodgate. Hey, we've hit 3 straight. Let's make it 4. Connor McDavid's going to light the lamp and get us a goal. He's a plus 155 today in that Vegas game. So take Connor McDavid to light the lamp. And then a little sprinkle. Connor McDavid scores the last goal in that game tonight at a plus 1,100.
Very good. There from Rod. All right. That'll do it here for the Tony's Morning Show. Everyone make it a winning day. Wait, goodbye, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.